So I want to go over something that has been very disturbing for most women that I've polled on Facebook and on Twitter and on YouTube. And I want to talk about it. This is going to be a real good one. But first, let's watch this scene and I'll come back afterward.
I'm Emily and I've been dating Shakib for about 3 years. When I first met Shakib, I felt like the happiest woman in the world.
I felt like we met at some past life or something like it. It's like we instantly just clicked. If I win this point, you owe me a kiss. Oh, see? It's called strategy.
I think our relationship is really fun, adventurous,
We're here just swimming.
outdoorsy. I want to go on like a mini getaway,
Like where?
something where we've both never been. I hope that one day we can start a family of our own. But realistically, I gotta face the facts. His whole world, his whole life revolves around his mother and no one else.
Okay, Shakib, open. I made it with all my love. Enjoy it.
This is really, really good.
I love to feed Shakib, and always I'm going to do it. It's a very beautiful feeling. Open.
Not bad at all.
So as you can see on this new show, I Love a Mama's Boy, Shakib is 30 years old and he is being fed, physically fed by his mother. Now, for most women who are in relationships, especially with mama's boys, this is disturbing. I've heard women say it's disgusting, it's sick. No man should even want his mother to physically feed him. What is he doing? And so I won't hop on that bandwagon. Now, I want to be perfectly clear with you. I'm not an advocate of that. That's not my cup of tea. But you should, as the woman, come from a place of understanding and standards. When I say understanding, you need to understand that perhaps that's something that him and his mother have as their intimate thing that they do. It could be a cultural thing. It could be a cultural thing in terms of like their ethnicity, how their society goes, how their world operates, probably even inside their home, like the culture of their home. Maybe it's okay for the mother to feed her grown son. So come from a place of understanding, but at the same time, you should come from a place of standards. When you have understanding mixed with standards, you don't give out judgment. And that's typically what happens with women, especially when you're in a relationship with a mama's boy. We automatically go into judgment mode, right? I judge you for having this relationship with your mother. I judge you for her doing this with you. I judge you for you thinking that way when it comes to her. And don't come from a place of judgment. Come from a place of understanding, but also from a standard. Your standard should be, I understand that you and your mom have your own thing going on with her feeding you, but when you're in my presence or when you are around me or even when you are in public, please honor me by not allowing her to do that. Because when people see you, they also see the reflection of our relationship. And that just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't necessarily like that my man is being fed by his mother. If you can say that to that man and he understands that and he has this sense of, okay, I get what she's saying, I love her enough that I can submit to that, then he can still have his relationship with his mom in that way. Like maybe he can be fed by her in the house. And they don't do that in public. That can be their own private thing. And that's not for you to intrude on. Most of the mistakes that women make is you try to be the alchemist in your man's life. You try to force him into a way of being that really he's not going to be. And so the best thing that you can do, like I always like to say, is not to be a force to be reckoned with, but to be a force of change. That force of change means that you have to set forth a standard, but be somebody who will pull him, not push him into a changed behavior. Pull him into you. And the way that you pull is that you show him understanding. I'm not trying to change what you do with your mother. I'm not trying to force you into not being physically fed by her. If that's the thing that y'all do, then that's what y'all do. But respectfully, don't do it around me, and please don't do it in public, because I don't know who may be watching you guys, and then they come to me with that, and it just creates drama in my head and in our relationship that I don't even need. You could feel your feelings. I mean, you're not going to totally be comfortable with everything that he does with his mom. Most women are not when it comes to mama's boys on that end. But again, what you can do is come from a place of understanding and have your standard. And he has either one of two options. He can acquiesce and say, okay, fine, I submit to that, I'm good. Or he can bounce. I always love when you guys watch these videos. Make sure you drop a comment. I want you to hit that like button to show me that you've watched it. Also, share with somebody. If it's not for you, share with somebody that you think it will be for. Or if you just find this an interesting topic and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is really happening. My name is Sharif, Mr. Aim for I Am Ali. And if no one has told you, allow me to be the first. I see the supreme lover in you. Blessings.